All right, guys. So the question on everyone's mind today is, will Fani Willis get fired today, right? This is what a lot of people are asking. Is Fani Willis going to lose her job? Is Fani Willis going to get disqualified? Will she be removed from Donald Trump's Georgia election interference case? And so we're going to answer that today. So Fani Willis, she probably woke up this morning with a lot of worry, a lot of concern on her mind this morning. Why do you ask? Well, the reason is today is a very big day. Today is primary election day in the state of Georgia, right? So today is a day where voters get to decide if two key players on the Donald Trump Georgia election interference trial will get to keep their jobs. Now, these two key players are Fani Willis and Judge Scott McAfee. You might be wondering, well, why would they potentially lose their jobs? Well, Fani Willis and Judge Scott McAfee, they're up for election today, and they could literally lose their jobs if voters don't come out and support them. So these are elected positions. These are not necessarily appointed positions. In other words, Joe Biden can't just appoint this district attorney role to Fani Willis if he wanted her to stay district attorney. Judge Scott McAfee cannot be just appointed to his judge position. He has to be elected by his constituents. We're talking about constituents of Fulton County, Georgia today. Now, Fani Willis believes in the rule of law. So we've heard. She believes that, her position is very important because people who break the law should be prosecuted, and prosecuting attorneys, district attorneys like her, need to be able to have the resources and the focus to be able to focus on people who break the law so that she can prosecute them and attempt to throw them in jail, right?
I am at a point where I need Fulton County voters to get out and vote. I need people around the country to support me, big and small, to say that we are going to be a country that still believes in the rule of law. We are not going to allow people to be attacked while they do their job. Having prosecutors that are free from interference and are allowed to just look at cases, look at the facts, and if people broke the law to bring charges, has to go on for us to live in a free society.
But keep in mind, Fani Willis is the same woman who is currently under investigation for her use of federal funds while in a secret relationship with Nathan Wade that Judge Scott McAfee called out as being a conflict of interest. Judge Jim Jordan, who has initiated this investigation of Fani Willis's possible unlawful use of federal funds, is the one who kind of kicked that investigation off. So, and this is after Fani Willis decided to fire the whistleblower who questioned Fani Willis's use of federal funds. So I know, go figure. It seems as if some people feel as if they're above the law. So, and here's another thing that could potentially put some additional concern on the shoulders of Fani Willis, because this new disciplinary board, which is written by Republicans, signed into law by Governor Brian Kemp of Georgia, this new law can now remove DAs. District attorneys can lose their jobs through this new board that can literally evaluate cases. They can evaluate, outstanding trials and say, hey, I don't know if this district attorney is right for this job. And they can basically be the oversight committee and remove the district attorney from the role. So yeah, Fani Willis is a little bit concerned today. It's a big day for her. Fani Willis is mad because she feels like, and we've heard this so many times, Fani Willis pulling the race card, Judge Scott McAfee warning her, don't use the race card, right? Fani Willis getting in front of the church and, talking about Donald Trump's trial and making it seem like Donald Trump's a racist and all that. I don't know. I can't really get into that. Matter of fact, I if I'm not mistaken, we saw Fani Willis in front of the Atlanta AME Bethel Church or something like that, and she was talking again. And it seems like it's always about race for Fani Willis. She says that, I won't say she said this, but I interpret that Fani Willis is mad because she feels like minorities are under the microscope, that, and this is mainly because they previously had no oversight. I mean, it just recently came into play that Fani Willis got she has access to like $40 million worth of taxpayer funds, and no one's really able to oversee her use of the money. She can hire any kind of prosecuting attorney she wants. She can hire her boyfriend, pay him nearly $1 million to, be a special prosecutor in a RICO case where he has minimal to no experience over. I mean, and quite possibly one of the most high-profile cases in 2024, maybe even one of the most highest-profile cases Fani Willis or Nathan Wade has ever, been a district attorney or prosecuting attorney over. Anyway, so clearly she doesn't want anyone telling her what to do. She doesn't want to have to have any oversight. Now you might be thinking, well, who's really going to come out to support Fani Willis, right? Well, you got to think about it like this. There are people who hate Donald Trump, right? So those people who hate Donald Trump will likely want to come out and support Fani Willis. People who want to see Donald Trump get put in jail will come out and vote for Fani Willis to keep her job. But people who don't like Fani Willis will likely vote for her competitor, her Democratic rival, right? So the 2024 presidential election, the 2024 primary election, it's upon us. And there's some very critical races that we need to watch today as voters head to the polls, right? So you got Fulton County, the Fulton County district attorney race, the current district attorney that's handling former President Donald Trump's election interference case. And of course, another high profile case that she's handling is the trial of rapper called Young Thug. So Fani Willis is running for re-election, but it's not just Fani Willis. Judge Scott McAfee, who's overseeing Donald Trump's trial, he himself is also up for re-election. So Fani Willis and Scott McAfee could technically lose their jobs today. The Judge Scott McAfee is overseeing Donald Trump's trial. So why does this matter, right? Well, if Fani Willis loses, well, number one, this could delay Donald Trump's Georgia election interference case. It could even possibly derail Donald Trump's case. Because remember, it's not just Donald Trump in this case. There's like 18 other co-defendants. I mean, 4 of them took a plea deal, so there's really only like 14 left. But this could delay or even derail the case against Donald Trump and his alleged co-conspirators. So basically, at this point, Fani Willis, she's facing a primary challenge from none other than Christian Y. Smith. Now, he himself is also a Democrat. So basically, if Christian Y. Smith beats Fani Willis because of getting more votes, basically she gets fired. However, if Fani Willis beats Christian Y. Smith, she then gets to go on to face the Republican challenger, right? So Christian Y. Smith, he's a former prosecutor and 2022 candidate for Georgia Attorney General. All right. Now, for the general election, basically this winner will face between Christian Y. Smith and Fani Willis. They will go on to face Courtney Kramer. She's the only Republican candidate for November 5th. So basically she wins by default because she doesn't have another Republican candidate running against her. Judge Scott McAfee, though, he's got some primary challengers. He's got to face off against Tiffani Johnson. She's a defense attorney, and also Robert Patillo, a civil rights attorney. So basically the judges run on a nonpartisan ticket. So it's like, they're not Democrat, they're not Republican, according to the ticket. Y'all know how that goes, right? Anyway, and then of course there's the 6th congressional district race. You got the Democratic primary candidates, Lucy McBath, the incumbent U.S. representatives, first elected in 2018 and reelected in 2020. You got Jerica Richardson, Cobb Commissioner, representing District 2 since 2020, and Mandisha Thomas, she's a state representative. Now, why does this matter? Well, the district was redrawn last year to be a majority black district after a federal judge ruled that the previous boundaries violated the Voting Rights Act. So anyway, Fani Willis, she could very well lose her job. We're going to keep a very close watch on this one, guys. If you haven't already, please take a second, hit the like button for the video. Totally appreciate you guys. If you haven't already, please like and share these videos, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys on the next one.